This is Minister Edom coming back at you this evening, and I'm going to talk to you briefly about the RFID chip. And the RFID chip is a device that has computerized information with your health, um, just about everything that imaginable that you could think of that will be on this little chip, this little device that is implanted under your skin to keep, they can keep track of you 24 hours 7 days a week to know where you're at. Like I said, your medical information is on this thing, your home address, your bank account. I'm pretty sure everything is on that chip. So they claim, it's easier access to this and to that, but that's not really true. That's just really the line that they're pitching to you, the sales pitch to get you to take this thing. And it's really, you've seen a slow progression to this thing. First it was, we want to put it in the elderly folks, we want to put it in dogs, and that's how these superpowers work. That's how the elite work. They do things gradual. They're very patient and subtle demons, and they will wait you out. I mean, they've got all the resources, they've got all the money. I mean, they can, take as many vacations as they want, or, as many family outings as they want, and the time will roll by, and it's smooth time for them, but for us, average everyday people, it's rough getting through them 40 hours a week, or those 50 or 60 hours weeks that you put into the workforce, or whatever profession you are. Our time is a rough time, compared to the elite. So, they've got nothing but time. But so anyway, on this video, $9 trillion is missing from the Federal Reserve, and this country is being extracted. It's basically boils down to they've milked the cow as much as they can milk it. America is not a country. It's not a kingdom. It's basically a corporation. And it's just like you see a trend going around now. You're starting to see these Walmarts closing down, so many hundreds. This athletic sports places are shutting down. Super Kmart's have been and are continuing to shut down. You're starting to see local places, strip malls, where they used to be full of businesses. You're starting to see the decline of these businesses. So as a corporation, not a kingdom, America is closing shop. And they're going to do one or two things. They're going to completely shut this place down, and it's just going to be pandemonium, or they're going to burn it down. And it's really going to be a combination of both. It's going to be shut down and then burned down. And I'm talking about in nuclear war. Everybody you could see, you don't have to be a Bible thumper, even though I do believe in the Bible wholeheartedly. You don't have to be a Bible thumper to see. You can be an atheist and see this place is gone, man. It's closing shop. I mean, the police are killing folks. I mean, it's just like on spot, especially so-called African American people, and Latino right after. I mean, heck, even some Caucasian people, occasionally, man, they're getting smoked out. So, man, this place is really turned into a Gestapo, man. I mean, it's almost a life and death thing, just to, hey, you might, be on the spur of the moment to have, a coffee crave or some donuts or something, and it's like you're flipping a coin whether you're going to make it home or not. Because, once some blue or red lights get behind you, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance you may not make it home. And you don't have to do really anything wrong to get blasted. If he don't like you, he can trump up a story, and before you know it, you're laid out on the asphalt, and you're the bad guy. And the cop, he gets a gun GoFundMe, and he gets time off, and paid vacation and whatnot. So not to derail from what I'm saying, but getting back to this RFID chip, you see this $9 trillion that just came up and missing. Now that's an awful lot of money from a government that's always crying that they're broke. We can't give money for schools, and money's tightened up, and we're going to shut this place down and that because but yet $9 trillion is gone and nobody's really even panicking. But I guess you wouldn't panic too much when you can just go print more fiat money. You can just print more worthless money that's not worth anything. So you've got the magic place in D.C. where you just print. And folks, your money's worthless. But yeah, everything that they're doing is self-induced. It's being done on purpose. This place is really not broke. In all actuality, we're really not broke. But in order for you, to be a satanic monster, as these elite are, these Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, DuPonts, Wahlbergs, the different elite families that are controlling, basically the earth, and how you do that is, through, money. Whoever's got the gold rules. So, they've got, $500 trillion of the world's wealth, and the rest of us are crawling and gnashing their teeth just to get the other, 3 or 4%. So, basically, I just wanted to tell you, basically everything that they're doing is just to squeeze you into taking this RFID chip. There's going to be more false flags, staged events, to spook the people out, and they're going to get the people to do what they want just based on fear. And fear will make people give up their freedoms. So I was just making this, this quick, video just to show you, what's really going on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Inspector Coleman, you're the Inspector General for the Federal Reserve, right? Okay.
That's correct.
Have you done any investigations concerning the Federal Reserve's role in deciding not to save Lehman Brothers, which led to shockwaves that went through the entire financial system?
In that particular area, I don't generally comment on specific investigations, but we do not currently have an investigation in that particular area.
All right. What about the $1 trillion plus in expansion of the Federal Reserve's balance sheet since last September? Have you conducted any investigations regarding that?
Right now we have a, we call it a review, and so if the term investigation may have different connotations. So we're actually conducting a fairly high-level review of the various lending facilities collectively, which would include, the TALF, a variety of the different programs that are in process. So we're looking at them at a fairly high level to identify risk.
Well, I understand that, but we're talking about events that started unfolding 8 months ago. Have you reached any conclusions about the Fed expanding its balance sheet by over $1 trillion since last September?
We have not yet reached any conclusions.
Do you know who received that money?
We're in the process right now of doing our review, and
Right, but you're the Inspector General. My question to you specifically is, do you know who received that $1 trillion plus that the Fed extended and put on its balance sheet since last September? Do you know the identity of the recipients?
I do not know. We have not looked at that specific area.
I mean, $9 trillion missing, and we don't know. It's funny. I mean, you could be hungry and rob a bank, and they're like, and maybe get off for $25,000. If you're good, you might get, 100,000, maybe even some up into the millions. It's all depends on, your crew, what type of technology you use, how thorough, if you've done your homework on the place. I mean, and they're on you like flies on shit. But I mean, these people can steal trillions of dollars, and it's really no big deal. Business as usual. But let me or you do that. And I mean, they're on you like helicopters, guns, dogs. But when they do it, it's just a holy hush. The hypocrisy of the elite.
Reserves.
Right now we have a, we call it a review, and so if you, the term investigation may have different connotations. So we're actually conducting a fairly high-level review of the various lending facilities collectively, which would include, the TALF, a variety of the different programs that are in process. So we're looking at them at a fairly high level to identify risk.
Well, I understand that, but we're talking about events that started unfolding 8 months ago. Have you reached any conclusions about the Fed expanding its balance sheet by over $1 trillion since last September?
We have not yet reached any conclusions.
Do you know who received that money?
We're in the process right now of doing our review, and
right, but you're the
unbelievable. You don't know who got that much money. You don't know who they are. Wow. I mean, I really ain't got to go any further. I mean, it's going to be a lot of and well, we're investigating it. I mean, it's only $9 trillion. I mean, we've got that in our pocket right now, don't we? It's just unbelievable. What I wanted to show you, this is the stuff that's leading and breaking this country to pressure people into taking the RFID chip. The country's being extracted. I mean, they're taking their money out of this place. Everybody's taking their money and running and going back to their homelands, whether Chinese, Japanese, Polynesians. Everybody has made their buck here in America, and now you're going to start to see a trend of people going back to their homeland because they see, man, this place is going down. This place is going down. I mean, if you're a Latino that is sneaking across the border, you might as well stay where you're at because I mean, there ain't no more West Side Story. There's no more American dream here in America. So you're better off just staying in my brothers down in Mexico, Central America. You better off you just stay where you're at because this place is going to be cooked. This place is going to be nuked. Trust me. And, government, high-ranking government officials, high-ranking military officials know exactly what I'm talking about. They would agree this place is finished. It's made too many enemies. Nobody's scared of America anymore. Everybody's got nukes. Now, like North Korea, now everybody's saying, okay, what's up now? How you like me now? We packing heat now. We got what you have. We're not scared of you anymore. So I'm going to leave it at that. The RFID chip is coming. They're going to force you to take it. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade anything without it. So the question is, are you going to stand on your beliefs? And if you believe in the Bible like I do, are you going to stand or are you going to cave in? With that being said, I'm out.